All right, so what was your training like? Or did you have a routine when you were growing up? I mean, not at 3, but just from what, 3 to 10? Just as a youngster, did you
As a
ever?
youngster, yeah. I used to get out of school and wait for my dad. My dad got off at 4:12. Time to let him out of McDonald's. McDonnell Douglas, and so he'd be at the golf course by right around 4:35, and I'd meet him on the putting green, and we'd go from there. Sometimes it was during the summer. It was obviously more light. Other times it was in the wintertime when we didn't have much, so we could only maybe chip and putt for just a little bit and have to go home because of due to darkness.
Cool, and you just did that pretty much every day?
Every day I could, yeah, absolutely. Then as I got older, I would have to. They wouldn't allow kids 10 and under to play the golf course. So I would hop in the ditch, and I would walk out to through the ditch, walk along number 1, number 2, or 2 par 4s. I'd walk along the ditch, pick up golf balls, and meet my dad on the third tee. And he'd play 1 and 2. I'd hop out of the ditch, and we'd go out and play till dark. Always look forward to just being out there with my dad. That was a time in which I could putt against my dad, chip against my dad, and just had fun just being around him. So a lot of our family bonding began at that age, is that I was able to spend so much time with him on a golf course, and it was just he and I. It was such great quality time.
Can you describe the concept of tiger par?
Well, it was my dad's way of giving me a way to always shoot par, just like a normal person. So however long it would take me to get to the hole in regulation, or for me regulation, sometimes it might be like a driver and 4 3-woods, he'd always add 2 putts. So, that's what's 5 or 7, so par 7. And then it would adjust as I would get older. As I got longer, it became a par 6 and a par 5, and eventually a par 4. And then I'd play, standard regulation par as I got older. But it was as a way that I could always gain confidence that I was shooting good scores in relation to par. So sometimes par would be like 101, 110, then eventually became like 95, then 90, and eventually got down to whatever regulation par was. It was his way of instilling confidence that I could shoot par, shoot under par. How cool was that? To have a birdie putt, things like that. Because if I didn't do that, I mean, it's pretty frustrating knowing the fact that I'd make a quadruple bogey on every single hole. And what's the fun in that as a kid? That's no fun. So it was a way for him to creatively keep my interest in the game, and I could always compare to what he shot. My dad shot on par. He would shoot right around par, and so did I. So it was a way that we could kind of compete against one another, and had a lot of fun doing that.